Hello everyone, Speedy Hedgehog Live here with a new video. Today this is part 5 of me building a city in Minecraft. In this video I'm going to be building a modern skyscraper and a Burger King, so let's get into it.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a modern skyscraper for all of your city building needs. If you are new around here, please do consider subscribing to the channel if you enjoy the content and clicking that little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. But without any further ado, let's get started. So, just before we get building, everybody, here are all of the materials that you will need to make a 9-story skyscraper. This is the minimum amount of floors that I would have on the build. This is 9 floors, including the ground floor too. Later on, I will show you the amount of materials that you will need to make each additional individual floor if you wanted to, say, have a 20-story skyscraper. However, I wouldn't make it any less than 9 because it would look a little bit unimpressive. The amount of space required to make the skyscraper is a mere 17 by 15 block area as represented by the white concrete grid on the ground. Feel free to make this in your world if you like. And that's it. Pause the video if you have to. Make sure you got all that stuff. Make sure you got enough room to make it. Make sure you're ready. And once you are, we can begin. Step 1, Sky Builders. Come all the way over to the front left-hand corner of your grid, if you've made the grid. From this corner, we are going to place 4 white concrete going right. On Sky Builders, come all the way over to the front left-hand corner of your grid, if you've made the grid.
Hang on guys, I'll be right back. What have you found? Cockroach. Where is it? Can't do it. Where is it? Let me eat it.
Where is it? Is it under the unit? Oh, under your bed?
Yeah, it went under there. I watched it go under there earlier, but we couldn't find it earlier.
Well, where?
Why did you come in there? Right. Oh, seriously, Mama? Is it a cockroach? No.
Can't stay like that. But where am I looking?
Should we just lift the bed up? Would that be easier? Well, it looked big. Well, it was stuffy. What is it? Yes, it is. It definitely looked like that. It was fast though. Oh,
Well, it's definitely sprayed.
it might have died.
It's dark.
We'll have a look in a minute, Al. Right, come out there and wait for you for a minute. Okay.
Alright guys, I'm back. Let's start building.
From this corner, we are going to place 4 white concrete going right. 1, 2, 3, 4. place a grey concrete back and to the right of the white concrete. And then place a white concrete forwards and to the right of the grey. Then place 2 upside down quartz stairs going right of the white. Place a white concrete on the end. Extend the white upwards by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then right by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Join it down to the ground. Place 2 upside down quartz stairs extending from the ground block. 1, 2. Then place a white concrete on the end. We're going to take a sideways view and we're going to extend the white concrete backwards by 2. 1, 2. We're then going to place a grey concrete, 2 upside down quartz stairs, a grey concrete, place a white concrete back and right, a grey concrete forwards and right, 2 upside down quartz stairs, a grey concrete on the end, and then place 3 white concrete extending back. 1, 2, 3. Now, we want to extend across the back of the build, and we're going to place 2 upside down quartz stairs going right of that white. 1, 2. Place a white concrete on the end. Place a grey concrete going inwards and to the right, and extend it right by 3. 1, 2, 3. Place a white concrete forwards and right. Place 2 upside down quartz stairs, 1 going inwards and to the right, and extend it right by 3. 1, 2, 3. Place a white concrete forwards and right. Place 2 upside down quartz stairs, 1, 2. Place a white concrete. A grey concrete inwards and forwards. A white concrete outwards and forwards. Extend right by 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to swing around to this side, and we're actually going to copy that opposite side. Now, I think that you guys might be able to see what's going on there, but we extend this white concrete back towards the front of the build by 2. 1, 2. We extend the grey concrete. We want to place just a single grey concrete, and then 2 upside down quartz stairs. 1, 2. Grey concrete. White concrete inwards to the right. Grey concrete forwards and right, 2 upside down quartz stairs, and then place a grey concrete followed by 2 white concrete. Now, all in all, we should have this pattern on the ground, and it's kind of a complicated looking pattern as we look at it from a sky view, but once you've done that, the rest of the skyscraper actually gets rather simple. So first of all, I would love to make the entrance. So the entrance is going to be right here. It's basically where this big giant frame is. I'm going to destroy in between the frame at the bottom and place a couple of rows of smooth stone. So, I'm going to begin by placing quartz slab directly underneath the white concrete frame at the top. I want to place blue glass behind that. Join the left side of the blue glass down and the right side of the blue glass down using white concrete. And then you can place any door there in its wake. Absolutely any door. It really doesn't matter. It's completely up to you. I'm using oak because I actually, on the original, use oak as a floor. So, now once you have done that, ladies and gentlemen, we really just have to we'll go around and we'll build up the entire skyscraper. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to take all of the white concrete, right? And all of the grey concrete, and we're going to extend it up by 3 rows. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be as high as the door. And you want to do that, you want to go all the way around. So we're just going to literally go all the way around, all the white concrete and all the grey concrete. I'll do it in that order though. I'll do all the white first and then I'll do all the grey directly after it, just so that I don't have to keep swapping out blocks. It all wants to be as high as the door frame. And this is as high as the base of our skyscraper is going to be. So every skyscraper, every building generally wants to have a base. The base is usually a little bit different from the rest of the floors. Once you've figured out the base and once you've figured out the top of the skyscraper or any large repetitive building, all you've got to figure out is the bit in the middle. And now we have to work out all of the grey as well. And once you have worked out those three things, the top, the bottom, and the middle, very much like a story, you've kind of got the whole thing sorted out. So, as you'll see as we progress through this, this is one bit of the puzzle complete. And once we have raised up all of the grey, and I don't think I've missed any, it's easy to miss stuff as you go around. Now that we've raised up all of the grey and the white, you can see that we've built up a decent amount of the walls. And all that should be left is the windows, and the windows are dead simple, because on top of the windows, the upside down quartz stairs, we want to place 2 rows of glass on top of the windows. So this is going to be 2 rows of glass, and I find it easiest, this is just me, to add 1 entire row to the entire base of the building, because we've got windows on every single side without fail, usually 2 of them. Add 2 rows of glass, and that's 1 layer, and I'm just going to go all the way around. I find it quite helpful to do a layer at a time, because if you position yourself correctly, it should be quite a smooth, like horizontal movement to just place the glass, although I do seem to be messing it up a little bit, but that's perfectly fine. And what we then want to do, once we have, we've added all of the glass, that is fantastic. On the front and back of the building, we place grey concrete above the windows, because it contrasts nicely against the white, as you can see on the front and the back, right? That's a nice contrast. However, on the sides of the buildings, you can see that we already have grey here, so we use our white on the sides. It's as simple as that, really. I mean, I know it might seem a little complicated to remember all these things, but it's a very repetitive building, so once you've kind of like done it once, you'll be able to do it again and again. So this is what we should have. That kind of looks like a face, like an observer face or something, but that's what we want to have so far, ladies and gentlemen, and that is the base of the skyscraper. The next part of the skyscraper is going to be the repetitive part of the skyscraper. From this point onwards, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we are going to make each individual floor, and it's not going to change. So, I want you to take note. This is the part of the video where we are going to start another floor, and I'll let you know when the end is. So, if you get into trouble, you want to come back to this time, and you will be able to make each floor. It is going to keep repeating itself in this fashion. You'll see exactly what I mean. So, come back to this time if you find that you're having trouble repeating the floor structure. So, the first thing that we are going to do when it comes to the floors is we are going to raise up all of the white concrete again and the grey concrete again that are not above the windows. We also don't want to touch the doorway, so we want to place 4 rows of white concrete on the corners, so like 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rows of white concrete, because every floor is made out of 4 separate rows. You can raise up the corners, the grey concrete that is extended inwards. You can raise up the frames around the windows like this, but you do not want to touch the blocks that touch the glass in the windows, if that makes sense. So we can do this here as well. On the right, we can raise up all the white concrete. We will not be touching the inside there just yet. As we move around the building, we are mostly extending up the corners and the indentations. But do bear in mind, do not touch any of the glass yet, although you may have already figured out how we are going to repeat the windows. But we're going to make it easy on ourselves. We can raise up all of the blocks around it, and then we can do the tricky parts afterwards. But 4 rows is all you've got to remember. Every single floor is made out of 4, which actually rhymes, which works out quite nicely. Every floor is 4, and we are rapidly coming to the point where we will be able to add a little bit of detail. It gets a little bit confusing sometimes when you move from the sides and like the colours inverse a little bit, but I'm sure that you'll be able to manage it no problem. So, you want to end up with something that should look like this. You can see that like half of the skyscraper has been extended upwards now. What we now are going to do is focus on the area above the door. So the door actually doesn't have any blocks that you can extend up other than this row of 4 white concrete. but we don't want that. Above the doorway, every single time, we are going to place 4 rows of grey concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time we're going to place 4 rows of grey concrete, and starting from the bottom here, we want to leave a gap of 1 above the door. We want to knock out these 2 middle blocks, and we want to place glass. So every time we're going to place the 4 rows of grey concrete, and we want to have a little bit of glass in there too. I'll show you where to add that, but that is what you do above the main entrance. That doesn't change now. When it comes to the windows, we basically keep repeating this structure. On top of every window, on the front of the build that is, you want to place upside down quartz stairs, 2 rows of glass, and then you want to place the coloured concrete. So on the front and back it's grey concrete like this. So remember, above all the windows, upside down quartz stairs, 2 rows of glass pane, and then grey concrete like this. On the sides of the build, you know that it's slightly different. We place the upside down quartz stairs, we place the 2 rows of glass, and then we place, because we're looking for a contrast material, we place white concrete. And that's how it goes on the sides of the build. That's how you make the windows. It's very, very easy. You can keep repeating just by looking at what you've done previously. You don't have to necessarily follow the instructions. So on the back, again, where we're coming around here, it's upside down stairs, it's 2 rows of glass, and then it's grey concrete, because it contrasts against the white. That's what we're looking for. It wants to stand itself out. And then finally, of course, on this side here, we want to have the quartz stairs, 2 rows of glass, and then we are simply going to add the row of white concrete. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is how it is going to go. That is how you are going to be able to make every single floor for your skyscraper. You guys remember what time in the video that I told you, right? We are going to do that in total 7 more times, because I want a skyscraper that is about 7 rows high. That's exactly how high I want my skyscraper. But I don't want to keep repeating myself in the same video. So if you want to do another floor, go back to that point in the video if you can't figure out how to do it yourself. But I think that you guys will get the general gist on how to keep repeating it. And this is what it will look like as the skyscraper steadily gains more floors. This is what your skyscraper will look like with 3 floors, ground, 5 floors. This is what your skyscraper will look like with 6 floors. This is what your skyscraper will look like with 7 floors. This is what your skyscraper will look like with 8 floors. And this is what your skyscraper will look like once it has 9 floors. Now, this person look like with 8 floors, and this is what your skyscraper will look like once it has 9 floors.
So guys, I'm just gonna do 9 floors for the skyscraper, so I want a really tall building, so it's even taller than the this skyscraper there. It might be the same height. Yeah, I actually don't know, so I actually the spire there actually counts, so this building might be taller, but that's all about to change. Oops, spoilers. So sorry if I'm not speaking, it's just that I'm concentrating on this build, so yeah. Just gonna concentrate now on getting it done. Especially since I'm building like 7-ish floors in this skyscraper, which is absolutely mind-blowing. Because that skyscraper that I built there, that has 7 floors and this has 9. So 2 extra floors have been added. So once I've done that, I can build the Burger King, and then that'll be it. Oh, and some integration into the city. So okay, gotta fill in all of this, and then this, gap of 2, and then connect this down to here, go up, then we go up here, go up here, there we go. Got to fill in this part now. Then it's adding all the windows and stuff, which is going to be a little bit tricky, but we can get it done. So okay, got this floor now. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 3. Huh? Oh, okay, we've got to add an extra row. Now I think, yeah, this building's taller than the easy skyscraper over there. Or soon to be taller, but that might change. Spoiler. It's a secret. So I'm just gonna do this. Now this. Voila. Now all we have to do is add all the windows on this front part here. It's going to be a little bit tricky. It's going to take a little while to do, but it's worth it in order to get the skyscraper fully completed. So Is that it? Yeah, but yeah, okay. After this skyscraper, we're gonna build a Burger King. Then we're gonna end the video. Actually, we're going to integrate both of these builds into my city, so they look more city-like. You can see I've just finished with that side. Now I've got to do this side. Sorry for all that noise you can hear in the background. One, two, three. 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll add some glass here, and there we go. Is that it? Perfect. Now we've got to do. Oh no, we've got to do this side now. I told you guys that this was gonna take a while, but it's gonna all be worth it in the end, because it's gonna look really good, and it's gonna look like a very tall building. Let me just add this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's just build all this. And guys, my friend from school said on my live stream one time that I didn't build this, I used commands when I actually didn't. I am actually building something physical. If I really had a command block, then it would be shown on the video, but I don't have a command block because I'm not using commands, aren't I? But he's one of my very good friends, so I'm not gonna argue with him. If you want to subscribe to him, then I'll link it in the description. I'll make sure I won't forget. But of course, I forget a lot. And at times I don't forget are a little bit, you know. So, Jesus, my hands are sweaty. Ow. Hurt my finger. Ouchies. Okay, reached the last bit. Then we can fill in the windows, and then hopefully that should be it for this, for all the 9 floors. Which is very surprising, because look at, oh, there we go. All we have to do is add some windows into the build. So, if you guys want to watch any of these tutorials, then I would recommend looking them up on YouTube. Search up Skyscraper Minecraft, and then they should have come up with some pretty good results. I did link the tutorials of some skyscrapers in the description of the previous live stream I did, so check that out. Not the Fortnite live stream, the Minecraft one.
Are you making a video?
Yeah, your top buttons undone.
I'm getting the shower soon.
Oh, okay. Wait, Alfie, what are you in here for?
Huh?
What are you in here for?
Oh, no, just give
Is the Alfie, is the bug gone from your room?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it's dead.
Oh.
It's dead, I'm pretty sure. Dad sprayed it and it's gone. It's gone, I'm pretty sure.
Did it run off?
Yeah, but I think it's died. It ran off and then I think it died because of the...
Did it run off out the door?
No.
Oh God, hopefully it's not in my
No,
room.
it's dead. Oh, I think it might have run away for a couple of minutes and then just dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright guys, I think we're done with the floors, so I'm going to check once again, see if I missed any. Nope. Nope. We're done. That's mind-blowing. But yeah, we're
Now,
done.
this personally is tall enough for me, but depending on where you're putting it in your city, if you're placing it against additional skyscrapers or other large buildings, you may find that you want this skyscraper larger or maybe even perhaps smaller, and that is completely up to you. So if you did want to make additional floors more than these are the amounts of materials that you would need per additional floor. So that is what you would need for one, and obviously if you wanted 3 additional floors, then you would have to times that amount by 3, and if you wanted 5, then you guys get the idea. So now that we've done all of that, now we have made the middle part of the skyscraper, the body of the skyscraper. The next thing that we have to do is the roof of the skyscraper, and it's actually really easy. So once you have got to the point where you're happy with the height of your skyscraper, you should end up with something like this. You should have made your last floor, and you should have a nice big empty top. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to place white concrete joining all of the top of the build together. So you'll notice that there is a few crevices on like the front, left, back and right of the build. I want you to fill all of those little crevices in using white concrete like that. It'll all join together. On the front and back of the building, I want you to change the colour above the windows to white concrete. So this is specifically on the front and also the back of the building. This will make the top of the skyscraper look better, and it will also give a more complete look. You'll see in a second. There we go. It kind of just finishes the building off in a way. When it comes to the side of the building, all you basically want to do, and this is very easy, is you want to knock out all this white concrete here in the middle, and you want to join all of the grey concrete together, and again, you'll get a much more complete feel to the side of the building. I mean, mentally compare that side to this side, and you can see this side, you know, it looks as though it could keep going, but for some reason, putting a lid on things, sort of literally, really, kind of just makes it look as though it's like, that is where the skyscraper ends. And it doesn't matter how many floors you have, you would just do that to the top floor, no matter the height. And you can see it just gives a nice complete feel to the top of the skyscraper. And all we would then have to do is we would have to put a roof on this thing. So you can make the roof out of anything, quite literally. I mean, it doesn't matter too much. Oftentimes when you can walk on top of really tall buildings, you know, sometimes you can get to the roofs of these places. Oftentimes they might have like an AC system or some vents or something on top of the roof, or I mean, if it's depending on what kind of skyscraper it is, it might even have a helipad. So, you know, if you want to gain access to the roof, you probably want to use a much more walking around material, so like smooth stone or something like that. You know, something that would people actually walk around on. But if you're just looking to put a top on things, I mean, white concrete or grey concrete would actually just look perfectly fine.
There we go. Skyscraper is kind of done, so I'll be right back, guys. So. Yeah? Yeah? Alright guys, I'm back.
Ground you're just looking to put a top on things, I mean, white concrete or grey concrete would actually just look perfectly fine. And you can also, because I don't think it matters, you can delete on the front and the back these two, like the grey patches. You can't get rid of the grey patches on the sides though, because it's kind of like built into the top. On the front and the back you can, but on the sides you can't, of course. So, all in all, that is what your skyscraper will look like. And that's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. You now know how to make your skyscraper as tall as you like or as short as you like. You know how to make the bottom, you know how to make the top, and you know how to make everything in between. Very well done. So this is what your skyscraper should look like once it has been 100% fully completed, ladies and gentlemen. And no matter...
Now I'm going to start building the Burger King, guys, so yeah.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a modern Burger King fast food restaurant for all of your city building needs. This is the amount of space required to make your build. And here are all of the materials that we will be using. Throughout the build. Begin by placing a row of 8 light grey terracotta in a row on the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Place a blue concrete on the end, and then extend it backwards by 1. Then, right of the blue concrete, place 2 white concrete, 1, 2. Destroy 2 rows in the ground going right, 1, 2. And on the end of that, place 2 more white concrete, 1, 2. Place a blue concrete on the end, extend forwards, and then extend to the right by 2 using light grey terracotta, 1, 2. Extend your terracotta backwards by 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then extend all the way across the back of the build and join to the beginning. Just like this. We are now going to focus on the main entrance. Extend your blue concrete forwards each by 1. 1, 1. Then extend upwards on top of those concretes by 3. 1, 2, 3. However, we also want to extend across, so we can just extend across and down. Now, on top of this row of blue concrete, we want to stack 5 more rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whilst we
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
are here, we also want to place a row of red concrete directly in front of the horizontal row of blue concrete that we have at the base, and then we can continue extending the blue concrete rows upwards. Perfect. Next, dip down into the entranceway and extend the center white concrete up by 2 rows. Place glass next to the rows of white concrete with blue concrete on the end, and we'll extend this forward to join to the front, just like this. So we have essentially boxed this area in. We can even add a row of blue concrete just to seal everything up like this, and we'll add a row of white behind this to better integrate this into the window frames. Next, we have a bunch of walls to make. Place a row of 4 white concrete on top of the light grey terracotta base of your Burger King. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stick a red concrete on top, and essentially do exactly that all the way around on top of the base.
Still watching it. Mm-hmm. 64.
With that complete, we are now able to add details into the walls so much easier. On the front left-hand side of your Burger King, we want to locate the bottom left-hand corner white concrete, move to the right and then destroy this block and the one next to it. Then destroy the row above, leave a gap of 2 in the wall going right and destroy another 2x2 square like this. Place red concrete above the holes that have been left with glass block inside of the holes, like this. Move over to the left side of Burger King. From the front side here, leave a gap of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then destroy a row of 3, 1, 2, 3, extending backwards, a row above this, and then fill it in with glass, just like this. We now want to come around to the back of the build, and we essentially want to copy what we have on the front. So we start at the bottom here, leave a gap of 1, destroy a row of 2, a row above, leave a gap of 2, destroy a row of 2, and then a row above. Add some red concrete above the windows, add glass in the windows. There we go. Moving around to the right side of the build, we have a little drive-through. So this is a bit different. On the back bottom corner of the build, we want to locate this terracotta and move in by 1. Place a red concrete and extend it up by 3. 1, 2, 3. We then want to extend the red concrete to the left by 3 again. So 1, 2, 3. Connect it down like this. And then destroy the white concrete inside of this frame, and you can even add a bit of glass on one side as well. We are now going to lay out, well, the layout at the front of the store. Come to the front. Left-hand corner of the build and dig 2 rows in front of the corner. 1, 2. These 2 rows are going to be stone. In front of this, place a yellow carpet and extend it to the right by 2. 1, 2. Dig a row in the ground and place white concrete powder, and then on the end of this, 3 more carpet. 1, 2, 3. Place a white concrete powder in the ground, and then lastly, 1, 2, 3 yellow carpets. We then want to extend the concrete powder forwards by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like this, and then we can extend the concrete powder forwards, just like so. Over here on the right side, we want to place a row of 8 leaves extending forwards from the bottom right hand corner of the restaurant. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's the generous amount of milk that makes Cadbury Dream so smooth and creamy.
The world is shifting to clean energy, and Queensland is seizing this opportunity to create
5, 6, 7, 8. Just like this. You should note that it lines up with the concrete powder. Next, we want to do 2 entire rows in front of the building, and we can even do a little bit inside the entrance as well. And we want to fill these rows in using stone. With this complete, we have to make a little pathway that extends from where the entrance is. With this complete, we have to make a little pathway that extends from where the entrance is. All the way out, this is a double row wide path of stone. It extends all the way to the boundary, and then this stone extends to the right in 2 rows towards the hedge. We will then leave a gather free and then have 2 more stone, and then we can fill this in. You'll see why we've left the gap in just a moment. Perfect. Opposite the start of the hedge, we want to place a row of terracotta sitting on top of the outer part of the grid. The terracotta wants to extend along the grid on the right and the back sides, but on the left side of the grid, we want to stop 1 row short and then start extending forwards again. The terracotta will stop in the same place that it started, which is equal and opposite to the terracotta that we have on the other side. And then we're going to add another row on top. We're also going to add a couple of rows of stone on the left side of the building in front of the terracotta wall and then beyond it. This next part is really simple. We want to dig out all of the space inside of the drive-through, where the cars would actually be driving through, and replace that with cyan terracotta.
Okay, we are going to fill in the drive-through with the material, so yeah.
We want to dig out the car parking spaces and replace that with grey concrete. And on the pathway to the right, next to the hedge, we want to place strips of lime terracotta and green terracotta. With all of that complete, we can... And then, on the pathway to the right, next to the hedge, we want to place strips of lime terracotta and green... terracotta. With all of that complete, we can now put the finishing touches on the outside of the build. For instance, when it comes... we are going to dig in between the black terracottas, replace those with birch planks, add a couple of oak doors with glass above them. We also have to extend this red concrete that we placed earlier. We want to extend it all the way over to the right. And we don't necessarily want to fill it in. I think that we might fill this first row in like this to connect it to the drive-through, and we'll extend this a little bit around as well, just like so, or maybe even just one block. But the idea is that it wants to extend around, connect to the drive-through, but extend a little bit further on the ends, leaving a couple of rows just alone in the middle, and then we kind of just want to connect it together at the back. Like this. I think that that's perfect, and we'll join it to the terracotta wall like this using polished black stone wall. So, speaking of the drive-through, we also want to have a little order board. This is made using a couple of black stone wall, a 2x2 square of light grey concrete on top of it, and then we strategically want to place a bunch of 1x1s. Which we will also do on the windows here. We just want to have a couple of 1x1s, or you could even go for a 1x2 if you like. Just to add a bit of advertisement to the windows, always looks good. I want to add a couple of bollards in front of the greenery area, so this is black stone wall, leaving gaps of 1 between each other with a red carpet on the top, just like this. Over here on the left side of the build, we want to take the first 2 rows of the wall, add blue concrete behind them, and then add 4 more rows on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. This is going to be an advertisement board, which leads us on to this next part.
I think we're going to make the sign now, so yeah. Okay. Get rid of this out of my inventory, put this in there, get rid of the balloon. Okay, let's make the sign. I know what the letters are, so I know how to make letter banners because I've been playing Minecraft for a little while, so I've got B, U, and then R. Okay. And then R. Like this. G. Now to make it. Get rid of red. Grab yellow dye. I think it's this. And then put the yellow away. Grab the red. And this, bug. Next is E. Gonna make a K because we already have an R. We can just reuse the letter R twice because Burger King has 2 R's in burger. So next is I. Really easy. Next is N and then G, but we already have a G. We can reuse that twice. So there we go. That sign was really easy. Okay, I think I got the sign done before.
Look down on the sign.
Okay, just gonna fast forward it.
Is going to a vertical through the middle of the banner. Corner. Last but not least would be a G, which we already have. And if we put all of these together, we can make a sign. So come all the way up to the top left-hand corner of your blue concrete area, drop down inwards diagonally, and begin by placing a B, U, R, G, E, R, and then underneath this, starting from underneath the U, K, I, N, G. Perfect, Burger King. And at the top of your rows of blue concrete on the left side here, we want to place a B on the left side and a K hanging off the right side. With the outside pretty much complete, we can work on the inside of the build. Well, kind of the inside. We want to first of all replace all of the floor inside the build with birch planks.
Okay, I gotta replace the floor with birch planks. Get rid of all of this grass, as we don't really need it. As we will be placing stuff on the floor, so yeah. And one thing that is mind-blowing about it is that the tutorial I'm watching is only 18 minutes. 1-8. Not 80. 1-8. Even though it's a big, this is a pretty. I'm just gonna fill in the floor like this. Perfect.
Once that has been complete, we have to seal the roof. We'll use a mixture of red concrete and glass to achieve this effect.
Gonna grab some glass. I think we're gonna add it in here. Yeah.
Jaden, shower day.
Okay. Guys, I'm going to end the video after I finished filling in the ceiling. Okay. Sadly, guys, I'm going to end the video here because I got to go in the shower. So, I sadly didn't. I will build the interior after this video. I'll do some integration. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to do it in this video. I do apologize, but yeah, that's it for this video. That's mostly it for this video. If you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on the notifications bell so you don't miss any videos from me. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.